What's going on, y'all? It's Everyday Living, man. The visual. How y'all living? For those of you, I'm not sure if everybody caught this whole interview or whatever was going on in this video behind me right here with the Kardashian sisters, right? But in this particular clip, they talking about school, and she's talking about how, why do kids go to school? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? A lot of people are successful without going to school, and this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. And also, the most important part, what she said was that how school nowadays are very outdated, in which that I totally agree with her. But let's just point out a few little things
authentically
here.
Is not conforming. I do it with everything. It's not about our family. Like, let's say the school system. I'll think, why do kids go to school? Truly. It's so dated.
Oh, I'm such a homeschool person, so don't even get me going.
So then I'll start thinking, and then my kids will send me videos about like, why do kids go to school? It'll be like really successful people, and they'll be like, my kids never go to school and they're never going to, and whatever. And then I'm like, okay, what's the goal here? You want to do homeschool?
Now, where should I start? Matter of fact, let me start with this real quick. Real talk, all schools nowadays, to be honest, they going off a curriculum in which that's way outdated. Back in the days. For real, really though, right? Sometimes I say this to my family members. We gotta attend these PTA meetings. We gotta attend these one-on-one meetings with these teachers, deans, principals, whoever, so this way we can get certain things taught in the schools. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Also, too, what I'm gonna point out, and it's not about being growing up in a rich family and growing up in poverty or anything of that sort, whatever have you. It's what you do in your household with your kids. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I don't want to send my child off to a school for somebody to teach them everything that they know. We need to sit there as parents, sit there and sit our kids down and teach them things in which that we know, especially if we see that the schools ain't doing it. We got to play our part. For real. And don't get it twisted. I don't want nobody to lose the key to their mind. For real. My thing is this. I was like, I get it. A lot of people who are successful didn't have to go to school. You know what I'm saying? They were blessed in different ways. And we all are blessed. For real. We all are. It's all about how we use our blessings. You know what I'm saying? It got to be in the right perspectives. But back to the parents. We got to do our part. Because if we don't, we're going to just be sitting there repeating the same cycle of life. Dead serious. Real situation I want to bring up right here, right now, right? When's the last time any of our kids came home from school, right? Not even for Black History Month, just period. Any Black History, the kid came home and talked about to you and what they learned in school. Oh, Mom, Dad, you know what I didn't know? What they told us about today in school? I didn't know about Frederick Douglass and this, that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that anymore. When the last time your kid had to do a book report on Black history or anything like that? They left that out. We got to do our part. Because my biggest thing is, I really dislike, not hate, I dislike when you can see, and you see it on your timeline, when you hear about parents or individuals sitting there talking about, oh, the school ain't do this, the school ain't do that. No, we got to pull our weight and do our part. We can't just send our kid off to school and have somebody teaching them what life is about. You dig what I'm saying? So we got to do our part. So this way, we don't need nothing else but ourselves in order to be successful in life. And also, I 100% agree with them. Homeschooling is the wave. But you got to sit down and really have that patience for it. You got to sit down and love what you're doing. Because in the long run, to be honest, this is the reason why you're going to love it. In the long run, you don't have to worry about your kid having to struggle and suffer the way that you did or we did or however it goes. You dig what I'm saying? So it's up to us, man. As the parent, we got to do what's right for the children. That's the future. Think about it. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand this. A lot of us is not born into money. A lot of us is not just that lucky in which that certain things just happens for us in which that we don't need an education. We don't need this, that, or the third. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all we have is each other and in which that what we instill into our kids. We got to understand that. Y'all leave it in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about how outdated our school system is nowadays. Please. And like what I said earlier, we have to attend these PTA meetings. We got to see what's going on. We got to go through our kids' book bags to check, see what forms they brought home, what paperwork they brought home in order for us to know what's going on in the schools. Because if we don't participate in that, our kids is not going to be able to be as successful as we dream for them to be. We got to do our part, y'all. You dig? I ain't gonna
Really,
lie.
though.
I like for the fact that they brought that up and said that how the school system is really outdated, because it really, really is. You know, a lot of things in which that we used to learn back in the days, and I ain't that old before anybody get it twisted or anything like that. But still, no, you don't hear about book reports. You don't hear about Black History Month. You don't hear about a lot of different things in which that used to go down in school before now, because they just leaving it out. It's up to us to do our part. Don't forget, man. Leave it in the comments. Let's talk about this. And also, look at your community. Look at your surroundings and whatnot and whatever have you. And let's just see what we can make an adjustment to that. You know what I'm saying? Because don't forget, man, the children are our future. And without us, man, they're going to perish. A lot too much negative stuff is happening in this world. We got to do our part. It's your boy, man. This everyday living. The visual.